Hey, girls. Any breakfast for me? Una? Madam?
All right, day 2 of Liberty training. I can't wait to get in there later. It's already so hot here in California, but we're gonna get day 2 of Liberty training with Big Boy, and let's see what we find. Bye. All right, so day 2. So here's a little time lapse of working Big Boy. I'm doing everything we did yesterday, and I'll just start the session retouching on everything we've already done. This is another exercise I really like, and this is kind of really focusing on having him square to the fence. So I'm gonna ask him to come all the way, and you see I want his hind end to also come, and then I'm gonna just kind of go back and forth. So I wanna create enough energy with my left hand that he moves over with his shoulder correctly, and then he also steps to the fence. So that's kind of his weak spot. You can see there, he kind of tries to come a little bit too close. So I just back him off a little bit, and then now I'm gonna change the rhythm. So he was really good 2 times there. So I'm gonna just go on to the next and kind of release the pressure. So here we go back to the normal bigger circle. So again, I'm gonna kind of right there, he kind of gets a little too close. He's a little pushy, so he's a bit sensitive, but a little dull at the same time. So he kind of spooks because he's dull. He's not really paying attention, and then we'll bump into you and spook from it. So I'm gonna try and really create the balance, and I'm gonna try and really work on everything I've been doing as well as adding new stuff. So today I'm gonna really focus on starting to have him follow me at Liberty. So you can see even there when he does those quick little steps like that, I reward right away. That one was a little slower, so I'll kind of, have him step a little bit up. So what we're gonna work on is we're gonna work on really having him to me, so he's really watching me, and then respectful of me. So you wanna see, when my lead line has tension, that's when I'm gonna touch the whip. So again, the whip is gonna be positive reinforcement. So if there's tension in the lead rope, I touch the shoulder, and that's the cue for him to come forward. Now we're gonna go back to some circle work just to break it up. So that was really good in his front shoulder. So if you can go back and look over that shoulder was really good. Also really good in the front shoulder. You can see he almost wants to go to a little canter, which is really good because he's actually picking himself up, and then I reward it. So I got 2 really good ones, and then now I'm gonna really try and drive him to me. So you can see when there's tension on the lead rope, that's when I'll touch, and then I'll give when there's not. There again, like we talked about the other day, he does like to protect that right side. So when I do halt, he has to halt with his head facing me. So now I'm gonna take him over here, and we're gonna change lead rope. So now I'm really gonna work on him following me, and then we're gonna attempt it at Liberty. So again, I wanna keep the respect and have him really to me, but respectful of my space, petting the forehead as the sign, the release of pressure. So really watch, there you go. So really watch the lead rope. So when the lead rope tightens, that's when I'm able to touch. So he learns the pressure of the lead rope is the same pressure he gets from the touch of the whip. So it's a good pressure, not a bad pressure. Then I really am gonna reward each time. So now he was really good those 3 times. So I'm just gonna try it. I like to try it and just see what happens. And if he runs off, he runs off. Some people like to do leave the lead rope on for 2 weeks and then be really secure. But to me, this is kind of where you can actually get the bond. And if he runs off, you're just gonna call him back and work on your callback at the same time. So it's gonna be more of a genuine relationship rather than more of a dictatorship, like you have to come. So that was really good. For my first takeoff, he was right there and lowers his head. Again, this is also really good. So I'm just gonna do little ones, and he's a little bit far away from me, so I only wanna stop and pet when he comes to me. So I'm never gonna go to him. I'm always gonna ask him to come all the way up to me. So again, he's a little far from me, but he's a little sensitive, so it's okay. So again, right here, he's a little far. So I'm gonna kind of entice him with the whip. Again, he understands now after that work that the whip is a positive, not a negative. Yeah, so really good there. I didn't even have to kind of shake my whip a little bit. And I'm gonna work on touching behind the shoulder. If I want him to come forward, that's gonna be more my cue is like, okay, bring up the hind end. So it's gonna be kind of number 3. So we have 1 is the shoulder, 2 is the girth, the belly, and then 3 is the hips. And so he was really good there. So I'm gonna kind of just end on that. And that's today's session.